Yes. Alright. Okay. So.
Set to go in a rematch of what would come to be known later as the first Super Bowl. The Chiefs and he can't field it cleanly. It's loose. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Patrick Mahomes now in his 5th season with the Chiefs, ready to bring out this high-powered Kansas City offense for the first time.
And I think if you ask most folks to give you their first-half MVP, very likely they're going to say it's this man right here. The NFL's leader in touchdown passes to this point in the season. Still 2 months to go. But I think he's going to the pace he's at. It's going to be a dangerous team come January, and he could very well walk away with the MVP.
We'll have to turn for
So first and 10 now from the 30.
like $2.
Throwing now is Mahomes.
Oh. Oh, there's
Intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off at the 35. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And we'll get a look at Aaron Rodgers as he gets set to lead this Green Bay Packer offense. Rodgers now in his 17th season in the league, and of course, coming off the MVP trophy.
And what he's thinking about right now is first down, let's find a way to make a big play. Because when you get a sudden change situation, that defense has to rush onto the field unexpectedly. You might catch them having a defensive breakdown or not quite prepared.
It was really sudden after the first play picked off. So from inside the 20, here's first and 10 at the 18. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. The numbers for Jones last week, 10 carries, 70 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a challenge for the offensive coordinator. He's got a bell cow at tailback right now, number 3 in the league in rushing, within shouting distance of the lead. But at the same time, if the passing game is open, he's got to take advantage of that too.
The last run good for 2. Here's second and 8. Now we'll surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's where you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Now Jones. He gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Dillon is in. Touchdown, Packers. Just power of football there. Down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
on is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
1 point off that
5
turnover.
plays there on that drive. And it was A.J. Dillon who capped it off with a touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Byron Pringle now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out comes Patrick Mahomes in the Chiefs offense. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. 1 play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break. Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
The flag comes in. This might be a free play. He's going to find his tight end Gray complete. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage so they can decline that penalty.
One of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years are teams seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
And he'll go down at the 28. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Gets this into the hands of Gray, the tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And in the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 20. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Preston Smith comes in for the sack.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And Old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to KC. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. Butker's kick here is good. And they're on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So as it turns out, that sack doesn't wind up costing them, Charles. They at least get points in 3 of them.
Yeah, that's where your kicker can really come to your rescue because, after the sack, there was a little consternation there. Are we out of field goal range? Are we going to be able to get 3? In this case, he stepped right up and gave them exactly what they needed.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Packers offense here coming back out for their 2nd drive. 5-3, their record at the halfway point. And you have to imagine that there are folks saying, hey, if we do that again in the 2nd half, we're 10-6 and we're a playoff team.
I do think, though, that they have a couple things working against them. And number one, the schedule, that's going to toughen up a bit because they've got some division games down the stretch, and those are always difficult. Number two, they've got to stay healthy. That's the key to getting to the playoffs and winning in the playoffs. got a shot at it. This is a good football team.
He'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. 76 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Pass of strength, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Aaron Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. One play, two plays, touchdown. That's all it took there. A very short and sweet drive that got him in the end zone. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Kansas City's offense now set, ready to go. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them, but when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be
Patrick
difficult.
Mahomes
This
is
is a
injured.
good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment to it.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield.
Mahomes is injured. Okay.
After one, a 14-3 ball game. First and 10, it's Edwards alone. There they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Now Henning, taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And all the way in for the Kansas City touchdown. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be at practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go. Look out. Here's the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and the lead is down to 4. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trying back out. And he's closing in on that number. They're all running back circle. Beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Couldn't do it on this drive.
You have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play call.
Oh, he fakes a spike. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the guy known for his hands defensively, that's a play he probably thinks he should have come up with. Instead, it's fourth down. The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down.
Of course, we think of Aaron Rodgers as a pocket passer, but you and I both know this guy's a pure athlete. He can get outside and make plays with his legs as well.
I showed it right there, outside of the pocket and on the money. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 42-yard line. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. It's a big play there for Green Bay.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
Certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be in the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Crosby with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away. And
yeah, his backup quarterback threw
from the 14.
a ball by
Good
open
starting field
touchdown.
position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go deep. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
The Chiefs in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Oh, pick that!
Trying to get it to Robinson, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
That's a pick six.
And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
Oh, that's true. That's an interception.
I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back. And it lands
No,
right in the
the
lap of the
Chiefs
defender
did.
from there.
Patrick
Very
Mahomes
far
and
to
his
go before he
backup.
gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Now Crosby for the point after. And the lead is up to 18 now. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it out past the 30. KC's offense ready to take over. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back
Uh-oh.
it's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
We'll see if they can do it here.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way. They could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go for one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores for the Packer pressure, and down he goes. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Hitting. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And they stop him up short of the first down as they get him at about the 43. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they've rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is set away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense, trotting back out. He's in his own second quarter, already closing in on a 100-yard gain.
And that's the magic number for a running back. Anytime you get to that triple digits, that's all you're looking for. But he's got a chance to really exceed that in this one.
Yeah, he does. That's been the gold standard for a long time, hasn't it, that 100-yard mark?
It really has, and that never has to shift because it's in a game. It's a 1,000-yard mark. I'm wondering, since we've gone from 12 to 14 to 16 games, maybe we need to up that a little.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace it.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll keep it on the ground again here.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here on this first half. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get him 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, all right, Brandon, thank you very much. Hi again, everyone. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the NFL. We are officially into the second half of the season. We'll begin up at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, where it was the Ravens who get the win at home. Lamar Jackson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we head over to the West Coast. Check out the Niners at home at Levi Stadium. And this one going the visitors' way, as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. Rondale Moore, 2 touchdown catches on the afternoon. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home
in today's broadcast at the beginning of the third quarter. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Packers now to take over. They're on a 3-game winning streak and right now looking good in this one as well. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to go up top again. Oh, that nearly the first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And this one is incomplete.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep the defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do some. Send him deep. Try to throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Looking deep for Adams.
Oh, come on,
It's going to be called in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Packers. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. Well, they went play action there and set it up nicely for him. I mean, he can flat fly, and they hit him downfield.
And it doesn't take much to create that extra bit of space that a guy of his speed needs. If you go play action, all you want is just a moment where the guy's covering, take their attention somewhere else, and then he's by him. And once he's by him, there's no catching him. As they always like to say, if a receiver's even to a defensive back, that means he's leaving.
Unless that DB is Charles Davis, right?
In that case, he left me a long time ago.
Come on now.
Trust me.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Packers defense, they ready themselves here. And they have been disruptive in the backfield. How often do we see this as we look at some of these highlights? Is it just better players getting in there versus scheme that is defeating the offense?
It's a great question. I think oftentimes we rely on scheme. We fall back and say, well, the scheme broke down rather than giving credit to the players making plays. But when the scheme does break down, you're looking at
Mahomes
oftentimes
is
being
back.
overloaded. Too many guys coming from one side or one particular area, then you can actually block it. You know, if there's 2 guys there to block them, they'll bring 3, and that 3rd guy will get through. So when you want to protect them, you get everyone in, your whole offensive line, your tight end, and your running backs, try to make sure that you're never outnumbered by the defensive guys coming in. You get the sense that they're saying, we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On 2nd and 10, Mahomes will set up the screen to Edwards-Helaire. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how the game's been going. The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
So they're forced
I don't know if this is a test
this one's
or
away.
if this is
On the return, it's Rodgers. A good kick that time, and also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. Number 12 back out there. Aaron and his Packer teammates set to begin their drive. How do you break down his game so far? Just the one touchdown.
quarter might go for
Sometimes the touchdown pass
no.
that doesn't tell the whole story.
It really
Oh,
doesn't.
milk
Not
for
until you balance it with
What's that hand off?
You know, and in this case, he hasn't thrown any interceptions. So a lot of people would call this almost a pedestrian game, kind of a bus driver game. That's just really wrong. Being a bus driver is a good thing if you're running a football team, because that means you're in
Second and
control and
6.
you're taking your team to the right places.
Yeah, he's been pretty solid. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go again to Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 180 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there with the first down carry. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Rodgers with the give. It's Aaron Jones.
Well, Aaron Jones might go
Now
again.
some space to operate. And he'll get this all the way down to the Chiefs' 10-yard line. A big run there by Jones. So they had him bottled up, able to make a man miss and then move off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength to it, work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Back to the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Well, you will not see a quarterback of his caliber miss a run like that very often. I mean, there it is, wide open, got the shot, and he misfires.
We talk about, boy, he'll want that one back all the time. He definitely wants that one back. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions. Have him looking at 3rd and 10. Touchdown. That's caught. Mercedes Lewis. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are pouring it on.
This is why a lot of play callers love play action in this spot. You just want to freeze the linebackers just for a second. Then you got a chance to get a quick pass into your tight end right behind them for a touchdown.
Extra point try now for Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So the drive winds up going 75 yards in 7 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. A fairly short kick from the 14.
The Chiefs are just getting
pretty good shape up past the 30.
42 to 10.
Now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now. Really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches
That is
getting
only
together
the
all
3rd
their
quarter.
positions, then
Oh,
coming
not
together
really.
as a group, going over adjustments,
Handoff?
and then the head coach coming in and just screaming,
Okay.
let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms.
Wide open.
What they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3 and out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
quickly into the hands of Robinson. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They can absolutely feel the thought process there. They just gave up the touchdown. So in the huddle, they're telling each other, you don't want to give it back now on a 3 and out. Nice job of making sure that they wouldn't.
Oh, flag.
And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't let him.
A shotgun snap and a give to Edwards-Helaire. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Yeah, that's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to him back.
Mahomes now to throw. He finds his man.
Oh, fumble.
That's right.
Oh, nice.
And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Packers pick it up. And that will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day.
Oh, this was
Every
good.
potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. But the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have the Chiefs first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see Charles come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there.
One
They picked up
quarter,
the first down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Mahomes now on first down.
He's going deep.
Deep for Hill. And this is taken in at the 5. He will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. It's a big play there for the Chiefs. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one.
Nope, outbound.
This is caught by Hill for the Chiefs. Tyreek. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Chiefs get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there.
Now, we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs. I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And
that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. And that's caught. One-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A big play that time through the air. 39 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long. Having said that, going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and that's been a real issue for them during this game.
Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. He's going to take a shot to the end zone. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Packers are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Now Crosby for the point after. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it ends with a Packers touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. This has been frustrating for them to this point. They have not looked the same as they did coming in, riding that impressive 6-game win streak. Meanwhile, Mahomes throw into the hands here of Heisman. 7 yards to pick up there. From the 39, Mahomes. The open is Robinson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They go to market in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board. They have pride, too, on that side of the ball.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Kansas City touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Marching back onto the the field now, Devontae Adams and company getting set to go. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's when it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, and he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really good receiver.
And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. 160 yards rushing for him now. His team has been tremendous all day long. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Jones. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big connection on that one. 36 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they got it here. 1st and 10. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And some room to run now. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they turn to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business in the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And they will take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it over.
And as an offensive coordinator, you still think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Green Bay, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the loss will drop them to 6-3 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gunn alongside Charles Davis.